Hello everyone, Willith here. So, I've been playing a lot of classic WoW lately, and shockingly, the community is once again in a civil war. Though, it's not about the faction conflict, it's just about what the heck is Classic Plus. Everyone has their own version of it. Some people want expansions. Some people don't. I am in that category. Some people want aspects of Burning Crusade, Wrath of the Lich King into Classic, and some want, Classic, but every mob drops Thunder Fury. So, I figured I'd throw my hat into the ring, give my take on what Classic Plus could look like, and then we'll get back to our regularly scheduled Horde and Alliance propaganda. First off, new leveling zones. No expansions, no new Outland 2.0, or just give us more of Azeroth, and do it in like patches. We don't need a big old expansion. And with these new zones, instead of just handing us brand new races like retail does every other Tuesday, I think it'd be way more classic if we unlocked sub-races through questing. Now, why sub-races, you ask? Because I feel sub-races would keep the core feel of classic WoW. Like, you could see orcs with different skin colors and customizations, but at the end of the day, you know an orc when you see one. Unlike retail, when you need to really look at someone to figure out what race they are, unless it's something obvious, like a Tauren. But even then, you gotta look at their horns and be like, oh, what are you? I feel just having sub-races would also keep the faction identities strong as well. Now, imagine earning your sub-race instead of just clicking on a menu. You want to play a forest troll? Cool. Go earn their trust. Do a long quest chain. Maybe betray a few people along the way. Very on brand for WoW. And if Blizzard does add new races, same rule applies. Lock them behind meaningful quest lines in these new zones. Make it feel like an achievement, not a character creation checkbox. Now, I know in retail, they're already basically doing this with the allied races. Only, in the past, they were a huge reputation grind to unlock, as well as quest chains and achievements. But in Classic, I feel like it could work a little bit better. Gives you something more to shoot for in Classic. Alright, now, here's where things may get a little spicy. I don't think Classic Plus should add new classes. Because let's be honest, if Classic gets a whole new class, like, say, the Necromancer, retail players will immediately be like, yeah, Blizzard, we'll take that thing too. I think instead, give us new spec or talent trees for existing classes. For example, Warlocks getting a Necromancer-style spec or talent tree. Still a Warlock, but now you're leaning harder into raising the dead, maybe sacrificing your minions, that kind of thing. And of course, Classic rules. You don't just get it, you unlock it through like a quest chain, probably one that makes you question your life choices halfway through. This is just an idea, but I think it'd be also cool if, once you unlock that new spec, you then have to get gain new points. Not leveling, mind you, but maybe as you progress through the zone, you can unlock points or something to, fill out the rest of your talent tree. Or maybe you can't fill it out, and now it's just, you now have to pick what thing you want. I don't know, that's just an idea. Okay, remember I said no leveling. Right, this is important. Keep the level cap. Don't raise it. Leave us at level 60. Classic isn't about the climb to infinity. It's about the world at that level. Instead, if Blizzard adds new raids, every single one should have attunements. Yeah, I said it, attunements. Because nothing says Classic like needing a checklist, 3 guildmates, and a mild mental breakdown just to enter a raid. Also, make professions matter more. Professions should be expanded, by a lot. Give us more depth, more recipes, and even a few new professions here and there. Not more depth as in, how retail does it. Make professions feel like a part of your character, not just something you max out once and forget about forever. And more dungeons for everyone. Add more dungeons across the board. Leveling dungeons. Max level dungeons. Weird dungeons where nobody knows the mechanics and someone always pulls way too early. The classic experience. Maybe add a weird dungeon that just debuffs everyone permanently for some reason. Just have fun with the dungeons. I don't know, maybe we're raiding a shadow-themed dungeon and everyone's cursed and purple. Or a dungeon where everyone is cursed and you're now mini. I don't know, make it fun. And the leveling journey matters. Classic Plus shouldn't just be about endgame. The leveling journey should stay the focus. Or at least most of the focus. Take your time. Explore. Get lost. Accidentally pull 3 extra mobs and accept your fate. But at the same time, max level players do still need something to do. Since we're not increasing the level cap, progression has to come from somewhere else. So here's my idea. Add a few max level zones designed specifically for geared players. Zones where you build reputation with factions. fight dangerous enemies, and most importantly, maybe fight each other. Let's lean into that faction conflict. Imagine a zone where PvP players are battling for control of bases. PvE players are also contributing by killing elite NPC camps of the opposite faction, something like that. And both would contribute to whoever controls the area, or certain areas within the zone. That could be kind of fun, I think. And give gear a purpose in the open world. Right now, in a lot of versions of WoW, you get great gear, and then you just stand in a city. Classic Plus should honestly just fix that. Give max level players a reason to use their gear in the open world. Hunt down powerful creatures. Take on high-risk quests. Explore areas filled with genuinely dangerous enemies. Like the whole zone should be out to kill you. And it's all tuned to those people who have great gear. Or even something similar to Delves. Small, limited group challenges out in the world. Make the world just feel dangerous. And finally, here is my idea for raid gear. Instead of just increasing the item level, make gear change how you play your class. As an example, imagine an ice-themed raid up in the mountains. It could reward a warrior set with, like adding frost-based effects, changing abilities visually and mechanically, or gives you a completely different feel in combat. Like maybe slowing your enemies after you hit them. Although I don't know why a warrior would want to slow people, but it could be fun. Like, they're not stronger, just different. Something fun to experiment with. Something that makes you say, okay, wait, this actually changes everything. At the end of the day, Classic Plus shouldn't try to become retail. It should double down on what made Classic classic. The world, the journey, the friction, and yes, even the occasional suffering. Because if you're not slightly inconvenienced, is it really Classic WoW? Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. This is just my opinion on what I feel Classic Plus could be. Please discuss in the comments what are your thoughts about Classic Plus, and if you would like to support the channel, please consider subscribing and checking out Paige's Garden and Critico. Link in the description. And until next time, guys, see ya.